We will be starting in 5 minutes. Please request all your batchmates to join the session. Hello everyone, welcome to the today's webinar on importance of a LinkedIn profile organized by RGIPT ACM Student Chapter in collaboration with Science and Technical Council of RGIPT. I am Ayush Rathore, Head of Technical Team at RGIPT ACM Student Chapter and your host for this evening. Thank you all for taking out your valuable time to join us this evening to learn something new. I'm glad to welcome our speaker, Mr. Paresh Gupta, for the session on importance of a LinkedIn profile. He is a six-time TEDx speaker, founder and CEO of Global Center for Entrepreneurship and Commerce, Brevity, brand ambassador of the Rajasthan Government Youth and Sports Activities, and the chairman of Associam Startup Council of Rajasthan. He is also the recipient of Rajasthan Youth Icon Award and Business Ranker 40 Under 40. He is also the My FM Legend during Pandemic Award and Top 100 Who's of Rajasthan. Well, he's also the mentor to some of the world's best startup award winners, and he has been trained as finance modeler from Operis UK, rated amongst the top 20 credit research analysts team in the Europe, with over 13 years of corporate experience working on several World Bank funded projects in PwC as a banker consultant with HSBC, key point as well as an education and agri-tech entrepreneur. So without further ado, let's start the session. Mike is over to you, Mr. Parish Gupta.
Hello. So, thank you so much, Ayush, for the introduction and the welcome session, and welcome everyone. And can I request, as many of you can turn on your videos. I think it's very funny to just look into the screen and say, okay, I'm just having a session. So, guys, I mean, give it a shot. I'll prefer that we guys do have some conversation on face-to-face basis. If not, then I'll just go on a monologue and just finish off as soon as possible. And it's as simple. It's an extremely boring activity for me to do it. So yeah, and don't worry, I am not gonna try and flirt with you guys. So don't worry. So you just don't have to worry about how you look. So it's okay to really, build a good rapport and a good relationship. So I mean, I Ayush, can you request everyone to do that, or others can't do it, or how's it?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Guys, you can turn on your camera if it's possible for you.
So is everybody in that sleep? So most people are engineers, or how is it?
So most of the papers are from first and second year BTech students.
Of engineering background, right? Tech
Yeah,
students.
yes, yep.
Okay. So I mean, is it like too early for them to really get into action? That 5 o'clock is like too early. They would get action at 10 o'clock in the night only. So thank you
Most
so
of
much, Abhirajkar. Thank you. Anyone else would want to do that, or it's like gonna be a boring session? I mean, for me, I think it's a very funny thing to really just look into the screen and say, "Okay, sun lo meri baat." And is it like, is everybody okay with Hindi as well, or they would want to only? Are there non-Hindi speakers as well in the session?
sir, they are fine with any language. Yes.
There
Sainath
are.
is saying Hindi, okay, sir. Yes, sir. Hindi
No,
is
no, so,
also
so,
fine.
so most people would be okay with Hindi, but is there somebody who is not okay with Hindi, so that I don't use Hindi words at all then? Otherwise, the English is pretty cool with me. I prefer English. That's not a problem for me. So, uh, thank you, Abhishek. You are a sweetheart. Thank you. Others, please, can somebody just turn the cameras on? Please, guys, I request you. It's nice to talk to people. Otherwise, you can go online and watch YouTube videos, right? Frankly, and so there's no point of having an event and saying, "Oh, I've joined an event where I'm just gonna keep quiet and silent and blah blah blah." So, I mean, or otherwise, I can also turn my cameras off. Thank you, Bhavna. Thank you, Sainath. Okay. Uh, Come on, so Bhavna, just turn your cameras on for some time. You can turn it off after some time. Trust me, don't worry. I'm not, so I'm not just gonna be like this forever. So Nidhi, thank you so much. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay. Others, please try and just show me your faces, give me a hi, do some reactions, give me this cute, nice reaction like a thumbs up here, essay, do something. And say give me a clap, give me whatever you can. Thank you. So give me good reactions, give me hearts as well. I like the turtle here. It's cute. I am I'm not used to using WebEx as much. Mostly Zoom and Google Meets is what my normal thing is. And this also says recognize hand gestures. So yes, this is super cool. I think give it a shot. Try it out. Only when you have your cameras on, you can do that. Shubham, thank you. Vasundhara, thank you. Super good. Abhishek Singh, I love the emoji. Oh, I can get a lot of cool emojis coming through. Thank you, people. Uh, yes, super good, Nidhi. So yes, be interactive. Thank you, Divyansh, for the rabbit. It's so cool. See, understand, we are in a session for networking. Okay, and if you can't even put on your cameras and talk to me and react, then you're bloody not attending the session. Okay, so this is like nonsense that you're doing here. So it's like just such a useless thing to do, right? I was like, oh, why the hell am I doing it, right? I mean, go to hell, get out of the session. Anyway, किसी ने तुमको पकड़ के बिठा के नहीं रखा है. So you guys are completely free to just go off and get lost, right? But thank you so much, Divyansh, and thank you, Amit, Anand. So yes, okay. Anyway, I'm not going to force here, and I'm not a kindergarten teacher to say, oh, karo, tumhari marzi, life, your problem, and your struggles in life. So your careers. purely your choice. But thanks, Chaitanya, thanks, Nipun, thanks, Shubham, uh, super, thanks, Ayush, great, thank you so much. All right, so let me try and talk you through something interesting, okay? And thanks, Rudra. I'll tell you some interesting stuffs. Okay, how many of you know me already, or seen my profile, whatever. So Ayush gave some profile, ठीक है? And like किसी को तो बुलाया है, ऐसा ऐसा कुछ. Sanath, yes, you know about me. How do you know about me? Is there an internet issue?
Sir, I just saw your LinkedIn profile a few hours ago when I got to know that you are
Okay.
coming. So I got to know that you are doing phenomenal work in the startup world and you are running a B school
Okay.
also. So that's great. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll tell you a story which is very different, and I mean, I'll tell you, I come from a very, very simple. And so yesterday, I was in a session where Aman from Shark Tank was also there, and we were co-speakers. So I was at Hansraj yesterday. I keep doing these sessions and events just like that, so it's a funny life for me now. And I was telling that I'm one of those guys who's behind the scenes, who's not on the camera and who's not in the Shark Tank, but I do create a lot of startups who go to Shark Tank. And that's what my job is, to mentor all of them, to really create multiple super successful people. And I'm happy and glad doing that. But I come from a very, very simple, humble family background. So I come from the small place called Kishangarh, Rajasthan, right? So village, rural area, people would not even speak in English in that area. And if I remember my childhood days, surprisingly, we did not even know how to use the word, say, fan. We would call it fane. And we would literally used to say cartoon ko we would say cartoon, and beam ko we would say beam. And that's the kind of background I come from, and I used to say didn't knew. And then later on realize, oh my god, this is not the right English that we have been using. Although it's not an English session, but understand that's the kind of background I come from. And when I was a kid, I was in a very bad mess. I tried committing suicide 3 times, right? I was extremely bullied in school. I was treated very badly. I was one of those Seedha wala ladka, right? So who would be like the teacher's pet, who would follow all instructions correctly, and who would be like so bad. Okay, everybody used to hate me. And why they would hate me was because if somebody was cheating next to me, I would say, "Ma'am, cheating," and this guy is cheating. And I have nothing to do with it. I'm not doing anything, but wo cheat kar raha tha, I will just go and start complaining. So I was like that classic, padhaku, candidate whom most people would hate. And the entire class would bunk. I would go and tell the teacher, "Ma'am, the entire class is bunking. There, go and catch them." I would still attend the class. I would not stand by the class ethics, right? So it used to be that bad for me, and I used to be that horrible. I was then treated very badly in my school. So I was bullied, I was ill-treated, then I was sexually abused, I was sexually ill-treated, and I was like, what should I do? And I think you guys have gone through these problems, and this is like pretty rampant nowadays. And in fact, I have had sessions and TED talks on why child abuse is so high in this country. So I have been one of the victims. I tried committing suicide 3 times, and then for 3 times, I mean, I had some stupid stories. Don't worry about them. But the third time, when I decided to commit suicide, I was like, why the hell am I committing suicide? What is my fault? My problem is only that I have not fought at all in my life. Right? I am such a stupid fellow who has not fought at all. Right? I have not given back to people back. Right? I've just suffered, and listening and just trying to follow other people, just tried to be like others. And I was like, this is not how life is gonna work. So मैंने कहा fight मारते हैं, and I started deciding to fight. I topped my state, so that was my fight. I said, this is what I can do. Academics is what I can go with. So Rajasthan, one small town, one village, and I topped the whole state. CBSE board first rank in the entire state of Rajasthan. It's like, let me at least do this much. I topped my state, and I was a commerce student, so I would invariably end up to a college called Sri Ram College of Commerce. So I went to Sri Ram College of Commerce. I topped my CA foundation, again first rank in Rajasthan. Went to Sri Ram College of Commerce. You'll be surprised, but here I actually did not let ragging happen. So I was in the hostel. I identified 7 people in the hostel who were ragging, got them suspended. It was the biggest ragging scandal in the history of SRCC. And 99 2000 is the exact year when Delhi University banned ragging. Okay. And today, if you guys have some bit of less ragging than what it used to be 20 years back, it is because people like us are fighting for you 20 years back. Right? It was very difficult. I used to have a bodyguard for 3 months, mind you. Right? And it used to be such a difficult process where, people would look at me, people would say, why is this guy doing this? So I'm like, this is my time to fight now. I'll not listen to anything nonsensical. I can do whatever at my level, but then I am not here to listen to somebody just like that. And I fought for it. 99 2000, first time Delhi University banned ragging because people like us were fighting for you. Did that. First year, had a struggle story. Second year, I was settling time. Third year, I topped Sri Ram College of Commerce and Delhi University also. So I was a topper of the Delhi University. I also was a topper of my CA final. So I again was amongst the top 80 candidates in the country to crack CA in one go, first shot, with a rank, frankly. I said, or padhai karte hain. I went to London School of Business and Finance to do my MBA. I got a merit at London School of Business and Finance, worked with PricewaterhouseCoopers, World Bank, HSBC as an associate vice president, then CIBC London, then Sutherland US, then EY Bahrain, Dubai. I established the King's Bank of Dubai. It's called Noor Islamic Bank. I did deals worth $4.4 billion, which is almost like 30,000 crores of money is what I was dealing with. I established the biggest REIT, real estate investment trust. You guys are not finance guys, so unfortunately, but this was not existing in the entire Middle East region and Asia region. I was the first one to set up a REIT in this region. I tracked the first leverage buyout in the entire world. So I did the biggest LB of the world. And then something funny happened to me. So I was diagnosed with a tumor and pretty cool salary, pretty classic investment banker, good money, good salary, good life. Sarara. I was diagnosed with a tumor, 9 months of chemo. I lost my skin, I lost my hair, I gained weight. I was about to die again, not by my choice. And I was like, no, but this time I know how to fight. And I fought back. I decided to come back to India. I said, let me come back to India. Let's do what I can. And just wanted to be with family, honestly. At that point of time, came to India. I'm fit and fine, right? I look cool now again. My skin is fine, hair are fine, body is fine. I'm fit fat. I can run pretty cool. And back in action, did not go back. I said, let me do something great for this nation. That's what changed my life. So since then, I have been mentoring people, helping people. I counsel, and I do this most like a charity for me most of the time. So yes, I do decent business. Not that I don't earn money. I have a real business. I have a pretty big real estate business. I have a mining business. I have a college of my own. I have a blockchain-based agri-tech startup. I have got a couple of other startups that I'm working on right now. So yes, life is pretty cool. But this is what I love. So my passion is on the other side of life, where what I feel is that you guys, I wish somebody was there to guide me like this, right? Because people did not tell me all this nonsense, and I was going through serious hell, and I went through hell, and nobody was there to help. Today all I can do is just probably try and give you help. I would wish that I can come up and probably help you guys and say, chalo guys, solve it like this, solve it like this, do it like this, do it like this. And this is all that I'm here for. Now, why am I telling you this entire story when it's a LinkedIn story, right? So I mean, I'm telling you how to use LinkedIn, because I'll tell you something. Okay, anywhere in the world, anywhere in the country, any top college, be it IIM Ahmedabad to SRCC to IIT, do you think toppers get the best job? Anybody? Just quick reactions. Do you think toppers get the best job? No. Right. So if toppers don't get the best job, who gets the best job? Tell me, who gets the best job? Anyone? Give me reaction. How do you think? Most skillful, most hardworking person with good skills. Is it just about skills? Is it about skills only?
Sir, many things are there actually.
Like what?
So like,
Speak up. I mean,
sir, like
yeah.
the network also matters. Like whom do you know? Like referrals, by referrals we can get a good package, and
Absolutely.
our skills
Absolutely.
also, and like what projects have we contributed to, etc., etc. So many things.
Absolutely. So basically, it is not definitely being a topper. right? The education system does not create and ensures best jobs, right? And believe me, 98% jobs and 100% business happens through one thing called as networking. Good network, right? If you have good network, if you know the right set of people, soch ke dekho, if you know the director of EY, if you know the director of Accenture or Microsoft or IBM, will you not get a better job? You will, right? If you know the World Bank executive director for India, would you not get the right referrals? Right. So you will get the right referrals at least. You will get the right opportunities. You will get the right placements. You will get the right, right exposures at least. Whether that and not every time your company will come to your college and give you the best placement, right? It could be outside the college, and that's exactly what happens with most people, right? If you're looking for a great placement, and forget about placements only. Why placements alone? Why not a business? Why not a startup? If you're doing startup, you would need good networks. You would need good connections, and that's all that is required to do a good startup, frankly, right? So you can churao the idea, copy the idea, have a good team. Just, I mean, how would you get a good team? Again, good network, right? Good investors, good network, good thought process, good network. If you need to get any work done, you need to have a good network, right? And that is the most important thing that you need to worry about, and most people ignore it. So I mean, I think for you guys, imagine all out of this entire set of participants, how many participants do you have? We have 52 participants. I mean, minus me, 51. So we have 51 people, out of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are the only ones who are interested in talking to me. 8, right? Whom I'll carry back home and probably have a recall value, right? Understand that my network is better than yours. Simple. Any day. I can get 50, my total LinkedIn count is more than 21,000, if nothing else, right? And there are super good, great profiles there. You would need one good referral on that, but you are not even interested to getting it, frankly. That is exactly where you guys stand today. From my angle, look at it from my side. My eyesight says very simple, that only 10 people right now are probably even thinking about networking in this session. Others will not even care. Right? You just, sorry, what happened? Okay, so yeah, but start thinking that you guys, and now you don't have to do it, okay? So I've told you the tip, but but you have to start understanding people that if you are actually trying to build a network, you will not get anything beyond networks in life, right? Life mein people, successful people are not those who are the most academic, most intelligent, most smart. The best IQs do not get you the best results. The best networks get you the best results. That's what people get in life, right? If you want to grow in your business, if you want to grow in your job, you need to have a great network with your boss, super boss, partners, business guys. You should be able to communicate well with them. And if you're not doing that, why would anybody care for you? I think that's the whole problem in this world, that hum to karna hi nahi chahte. Okay, I'll give you 2 3 stories. I'll share my screen, and this was like a half made presentation yet, so I know I was about to finish it, but couldn't do it, so I'll just leave it there. But let me try and okay, let me go back here and try and present. So are we able to see this? No, you guys are not yet able to see this once again. So yeah. Are you guys able to see this now?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Beautiful. But if I were to just do this, paste it here. Did I get it? Oopsie doopsie. Something is slow. Yes, perfect. Okay. So I think, and I will share this. Okay. Now, I want to tell you 2 stories. Okay, and this is exactly what I mean, just 2 stories, and I think there are multiple stories now in my life which I have gone through. I have, worked with people on multiple things, and you will be surprised to know what has been the outcomes of certain of these stories. You guys can check them out. These are real people, real, and I have so many people are there like this. But these are some two absolute LinkedIn stories that I've seen in my life. How networking has changed their life, how life has given them what they wanted just by doing something very, very interesting. So meet this guy called Mehul Bhanawat. Okay. And this guy is one of my students. Okay. He's one of my mentees. And I met him when he was 22 years of age. Okay. He was doing chartered accountancy course, and he comes from a rural background in Rajasthan. It's called Banswara, and Banswara is like a very small town in Rajasthan where he again did not know how to speak in English at all, did not know anything, and he became a CA. And he made a statement to me. He said, "Sir, chappal घिस गई नौकरी ढूंढते ढूंढते." So he said that I have literally struggled hard to get a job. I am not getting a decent job after becoming a chartered accountant. So yes, he was a CA, and he's like I am not getting a great job. I'm tired of it. I don't know how to, because I don't speak so great in English. I am like this, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, let's try to solve your problem. And I said, why don't you switch to LinkedIn? Okay. And I said, why don't you start searching for people on LinkedIn and start typing, texting, and build networks? Okay. So he said, okay. He started spending 3 hours a day on LinkedIn for 3 months. Okay. And he would just keep sending friend requests, to HR guys. So he would just keep finding HR females and HR guys, and he'll say, okay, friend request, friend request, friend request, friend request. And the moment somebody would accept a friend request, he'll say, I'm a chartered accountant, qualified in this year. This is my specialty. Are you looking for a job? I mean, I'm looking for a job. Are you willing to offer one? Believe me, in 3 months' time, he had 12 job offers. Okay. And each one was 7 lakh plus. Okay. And then he was sitting and saying, which one should I choose now? Thanks to LinkedIn. And he was struggling for a job for more than 1 year. He did not get anything. LinkedIn, 3 months, he got a job. Right. The story doesn't end here, by the way. So story does not end, it begins here. Okay. Because what happens is that this guy then finally selected, I think, EY. Okay. And I think he's still in EY. EY, KPMG, one of the two companies. So I think he got EY, and he got EY Bangalore. So Ernst and Young, he got a job in Ernst and Young Bangalore, and said, "Let me go to Bangalore." He became an associate there. Okay, in about 6 months' time or 1 year's time, he became a senior associate. Okay, and you can look at these photographs. So this is the guy on the left hand side is the guy who met me, and then on the right hand side is the guy who, it's like 1 year down post his job. He's now, in fact, I think as much as I know, he's in Geneva right now, or I think he's in Europe, and he's pretty senior now in EY, doing this job. Now he built all this network and connection in EY. It doesn't stop here, because what happened was, after 6 months, another kid approached and said that, "Sir, I am not getting a job." Okay, I said, "I have one referral for you," and this guy's name is Mehul Bhanawat. Go to Mehul Bhanawat and he'll help you out. So Mehul Bhanawat, I gave him his contact number. So now Mehul Bhanawat, so this guy calls up Mehul Bhanawat and say, "Bhaiya, I am from Rajasthan and I need help. And can you do something for me?" So this guy says, "Okay, send me your CV. I'll forward it to EY." So within the network, cross referral and within organization referrals is what matters most. So you guys can again go back to your seniors. You can go back to the people from your college, your school, whatever, and get them to cross refer you. Now he cross referred saying that, okay, this guy's from Rajasthan. I'll pass on to EY. EY gave him a call for interviews. Okay. Now, funny thing, this guy who actually reached out to him through me to get this job in EY, he said, "Okay, I've got an interview call. Now, what should I do?" So he said, "Now, he called up Mehul again and said, 'Bhaiya, I have no place to stay in Bangalore. Can I stay with you?' So this guy, Mehul, says, 'Okay, come and stay with me.' So he went and stayed with Mehul. By this time, Mehul was a senior associate. All the people interviewing me were friends of Mehul Bhanawat. So now this guy, so Mehul ke ghar pe jaake he was staying there. Mehul told him, "They talk this in the interview, talk this interview, do this, do this, do this. I'll connect you. These are the guys who are gonna interview you. Talk to them like that." He told his friends, in his office. He said, "Dude, this guy is from Rajasthan. Tu dekh lena." So that's all you're supposed to do. And when he got that, the other guy got a job thanks to the referral from Mehul, right? And that's exactly how networks happen. There are so many chartered accountants. Do everybody make it to the right jobs? Not always, right? So you have to start getting the right opportunities through LinkedIn. Start building that connection and start getting those right stories around. Am I making sense to you guys? I mean, are you guys getting bored of me? Am I like talking nonsense and shit? Then tell me, please. Yes. Anyone? Just very quick reactions. Cool, eh? Okay, thanks, Harsh. All right. So now this is another story, and you guys can search for these guys on Google, LinkedIn, wherever you want, take my reference. I have no problem. And there's so many people whom I know and I've mentored in my life. This guy is called Sagar Parikh. Okay. Sagar Parikh is an engineer. Now, this guy's story is very interesting. I met him in this college called Manda Institute of Technology, very obscure college. Nobody knows, nobody goes there. I happened to go to that bloody college. And I don't know why I went there, but to somewhere in Bikaner, I was like, "Chalo, let's go and talk." Right? So some obscure college, I made this statement, and he was sitting in the front row listening to me like these nice 10 people in this room right now who are like, "Chalo, थोड़ी सी courtesy रख लेते हैं बंदे के साथ," and you guys are sweet to me. So this guy was one of those guys who was listening to me. I told him do networking, ye wo, blah blah blah, and that's how he started working. So he was interested in cloud computing, and this is like 6-7 years old story. So he was interested in cloud computing. He said, I want to just explore it. And I said, go meet people, go and attend events, network with people, start connecting with people. You never know what might come in through your life. He said, okay. So there was a conference happening in Pune, free conference on cloud computing. This guy packed up his bag from Bikaner and said, I'll go to Pune for attending this conference. Now he goes there, and there the CEO of Salesforce.com stops him and says, "Where are you going? You're a kid, this is like a Bade Log conference." So this guy says, "I have come all the way from Bikaner, and I want to attend this conference. I'm very much interested in cloud computing. Would you allow me?" So he said, "Okay, come attend, sit. That's all right." So that's what. Then I told him chai, coffee, nashta. So I said, go and network to people, talk, ask questions. If you don't ask questions, nothing is gonna happen. So communicate, start having an interaction, start having a discussion with people. So he went around, blah 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 blah. Suddenly, the second half of the meeting, okay, the Salesforce.com CEO announces, and he says, I have found a student leader for India of Salesforce.com who's sitting right here. There's one guy who has so much passion to come down from Bikaner to Pune to attend this conference. I am so happy with his passion. I'm so excited about it. I'm making him the student leader. He was the only guy in the entire conference who was a student. Ando mein Kana Raja. Frankly, he just became the student leader because he was attending a conference, not for skills, not for capabilities, but just for being there. Okay. He became the student leader for Salesforce.com just for attending a conference, comes back to Bikaner again, and he has no clues about cloud computing. He said, I have no clues. I've just become the student leader. Don't know what is to be done. He started posting on LinkedIn now. He said, can somebody teach me free? Can somebody teach me free? I'm happy to support, blah, blah, blah. Some guy in US said, okay, I'm going to do this for you, right? And he started building this network. He said, okay, if you help me writing and in my work, I'll help you in your work. Both of them started working. He used to get up 3 o'clock in the night to help this guy and work on the project, learn from him. And I had no clues about this entire story. Okay. I just went to this conference, like probably a session with you guys right now. And then after 6 months, I get a call. And this guy says, sir, thank you. I said, I don't know you. Who are you? I have no recollection of who are you. He said, oh, you came to our institute one time, you're like this, blah, blah, blah. You said some story. It has happened magically to me. I just want to thank you. And he said, I don't want to just thank you by giving you a phone call, because he said, I am now writing a book, right? And I want the cover page of the book and the acknowledgement as a tribute to you, say this guy actually inspired me to do something like this, and that's why this has happened. And guess what? There's the book now. The book is now in the Harvard Library. Okay. And thanks to that one event, and thanks to that one time when I made him go and say, go and network, right? That's exactly what is possible. This guy's now written 3 books, all the 3 in Harvard Library. He's joined Salesforce.com. He's joined, and he's at a very senior position. I think he keeps traveling the globe. He's doing fantastic, and not because he was just the best student. He was never the best IITian dude. He was from some obscure college in Bikaner who never made it to IIT, never made it to any of the other classic competitive exams. Today, leading the nation in cloud computing because of the right networks, right approach, right contribution, and the right activities to be done. Okay, imagine, and in fact, he also joined this company in the meanwhile. It's called Central Executive Board (CEB). It's a very top shot consulting firm where my brother-in-law used to work also. And my brother-in-law's qualification is double masters from London School of Economics, right? And this guy from Manda Institute of Technology, and both of them working together in the same organization, thanks to technically LinkedIn and networking. So this is the power of networking that you guys have to start thinking and building for yourself. Don't undermine it. I would say never stop it. I have learned it the hard way. I used to be such a snob. I would not appreciate people at all. It should start with appreciation. Start with saying good about others. Saying good. Don't say bad. If you don't like somebody, stay quiet. But if you have something good to say, start saying good to people. Start building the right connections. You will start getting a lot of results out of this. Okay, and start reaching out for the right communities, right connections. And there's so much now, right? So we did not have so much of social media. Now you guys have so much to do. Start thinking now. Let's come to LinkedIn, right? And that's what the session. And then I'll probably, you guys are techies, right? So you guys don't need to be told how to really look at a platform like LinkedIn and create a profile. I don't need to do that. But what I need to do is, see, look at this. If you're trying to actually go on LinkedIn, right, you need to better present yourself more professionally, right? Present it in a way that there's a story which comes out. Present it in a way that people get attracted to you, starting from a profile photograph, right? And you can actually do a search and get them voted. So there are platforms which allow you to get your photographs voted to see which one is fine. Don't go for a clumsy background. Don't go for a very cluttered background. Go for a simple, clear, neat, professional photograph. You don't have to take off your shirts like Instagram and whatever platforms. Please be professionally clothed, right? So probably put on a suit, put on a nice formal shirt, get a good photograph click, and get that thing done. So have a good profile, because most of your other photographs are like very candid. They're very modelly type. The girls would have this flowing chunnis around and flowery world happening, and boys would be like all showing their gymming, things and biceps and whatever doesn't work on LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn is more about how professionally presentable you are, right? And a blank profile is a nonsense. Like, you guys don't even turn on your cameras, doesn't work. People will not look at you, right? People do want to see who are you. People do want to appreciate that. People do want to understand what's your tagline, what is your base. Make it catchy, make it interesting. Go to a good English writer if you want to, right? Go to a good content writer to help you out, right? There is no harm in getting that done, right? So just reach out to people and say, okay, help me out how to write, how to present, what are best steps, best foot forward is the most important. Okay, and then start reaching out and start building the night connections and networks and say, okay, this guy, relevant. I want to do only relevant and senseful and purposeful networking, not random networking. Don't just send a friend request for anybody and anyone. Doesn't make sense. Also, please understand, LinkedIn has something very, very good. Okay, I love LinkedIn for one reason. I mean, okay, so unlike Facebook and YouTube, I love LinkedIn because it does not have a thumbs down button. It does not have it. It only has a thumbs up button, right? It only has a heart. It only has a thumbs up. It does not have a thumbs down, which means it is very clear that we are supposed to only appreciate people on the platform. We are not there to depreciate anyone, right? It is not a bullying platform. It does not bully anyone. It only is all about, whether you like it, you don't like it, your bloody problem, right? So you may dislike somebody, don't say anything, get lost. But right, build that network, stop, write good content. I'll tell you a story around this also. Okay, so I have one friend in Hong Kong. Now he's in Bombay though. So I made friends with him only because of a platform like LinkedIn. Okay, so I had written some post. He said fantastic, relevant, blah blah blah. And no, sorry, he had written a post. It was a technical post, and I literally gave a good, nice review of that, saying that I love this, blah blah blah, SI. You know what did he get back? Your English is so amazing. I love the language that you write, and that's how the mutual appreciation started. I said, I love your tech knowledge. He said, I love your language knowledge, and we just became friends. We are friends for the last 14 years, and we have just met once in our lifetime. Okay, so imagine that this is, and I have had so many connections and contacts like this. Yesterday I was looking for somebody who is an NFT developer, and I'm looking for somebody who can work on metaverse because I'm doing 2 projects around that. And I was like, what to do? I don't have any upfront friend. Started looking on LinkedIn. I found at least 15 connections who are clear NFT developers, first connections. Just drop them a text. Within 5 minutes I got my referral. 5 minutes. It just took me 5 minutes to find an NFT developer on LinkedIn, because I had so many connections with me already. So imagine, this is the power of networking. I have done so much business around LinkedIn, and people use it so much differently, right? So people search for other people, build those connections and contacts. Please go and do this. So I think this is something which is very, very relevant for me. We can also try and look at anybody's LinkedIn profiles, or anybody would want to share or ask questions. I'm happy But please ensure that you create a good profile. Please ensure that you have the right contacts. Build the right connections. It takes time also, and it takes a lot of time to really build the entire thing and build the entire profile. And build that profile for yourself, right? So if you're looking for a job, let's say 3 years from today, start now, because by the end of 3 years you'll probably have a bunch of 5, 6, 10,000 people. Otherwise you'll not have that many, right? So you need that many people to be able to create the right connection. And that's about it. So I think I am technically done. You guys can just go around. There are multiple knowledge things which you can look around and learn about it. But yeah, from my side, I think these are some mota tips on how you should probably look at the profile, the content, identify the keywords, right? Very important. Look at keywords. Okay, and do LinkedIn stalking, please. Right, so it's okay to stalk people, see how they're writing it, see what people are doing, how they're writing their job descriptions, right? How they are, lighting the job alerts, which companies to follow, which groups to follow, which influencers to follow, and what to do. So I think these are the only things from my side. I'm happy to take questions, thoughts, views, anything. And yeah, I am so glad that the number of people with videos on has doubled up in the period. So I love you guys. But thank you so much. And yes, please, happy. Any questions for me? Thank you.
Guys, you can unmute yourself or ask in the chat box if you have any questions.
Yes, Saina.
Sir, I was actually trying to write something about for my LinkedIn profile, but like we are stuck with the thing that we are just like in the first year of our college. We have not
Mhm.
we have done something like we have qualified JEE Advanced, but not done so many things in life till now. So, like how to make our LinkedIn profile attractive in that case?
So create some things, okay? So I think I'll tell you something. It's very easy to write a blog or an article, right? And then share that and say, I've done some research around this topic and do something around that. Super cool, right? You can write your interest areas. If you don't have any specific achievement, right? And achievements can be created. See, it takes some time. I agree. It is not that, you can start today and get it done, but start doing it. So start writing blogs, start writing articles, start creating sites, start creating products, start creating apps. Automatically, you'll be able to build up your entire thing. See, I'll tell you something more. Why don't you create societies? Right, amongst you guys, you are like 50, 60 people in this room. 10 of you at least have turned on your cameras. You are the good ones. Start building a networking society for your college, right? You can become the president. All of you can become president of something. Your profile is cool. It just take 10 seconds to do that, right? So why can't Sainath be the head of XYZ networking society? Right, and somebody could be head of connections, head of networking, head of marketing, head of business, head of relationship, head of community building. All of your heads of something, and all of you would have a position to say, and you are great at something. You can start interviewing people just like that, okay? And you can start saying, okay, we'll interview you, talk to you guys, publishing that, and start building connections with people like that. Okay, so this is so cool, right? So you can actually start building it just by small actions, that and you will have to take those actions. So not that I'm saying it is going to happen, but you can be a CEO. You can start a startup, right? Create a product, let it fail, doesn't matter, but at least give it a shot. You at least learn in that process that this is what you're doing. Start a society of whatever is your interest area. Start a community of whatever is your interest area. Start getting people together on it. You'll automatically build a profile, right? So these are some tips which I can tell you. Participate in some competitions, and it is pretty easy to win competitions today. I'll tell you, इतने सारे competitions होते हैं ना guys. 90% time the people don't even participate, right? People are so bored and tired of participating. So you can go to some shady competition which you win off, right? So participate, win off, put, I have won this competition, I've won this competition, good enough. I mean, I seriously tell you, like, there was this competition happening in Mohali, which is a national, I mean, government recognized competition. And I realized that, the participants are low. I told all my teams to go there. I said, go, participate. You'll get a national level government award. Believe me, the entire competition, first prize, second prize, third prize, consolation was from my mentees. They all got a national level certificate for just participating in the right one, which was an easy cracker, right? So sometimes it works, right? So you can find out such competition like, chalo idhar jaake jeet ke aa jate hain. So yes, there are multiple options like this, and yeah, I think these are some tips which I can refer.
Thank you so much, sir.
Super. Yes. Thoughts?
Guys, if you have any questions.
Am I this boring? So somebody's saying, sir, how to write about section in LinkedIn? So this is Jatek Singh. Jatek, you have to unmute because I can't understand your question very well. So I think you need to tell me more.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I'm asking that the about section, like I've seen many LinkedIn profiles, they have creative about section, but like I have not done anything yet. So what should I write in about section?
So, I mean, similar answer to, Saina, that one, start building some profile for yourself, number one. Number two, you can start writing about, I'm an explorer and I have been working and researching on these thoughts. I have been, planning to work on certain ideas like this, so I'm a sports enthusiast who has been working on, these things and, keen to explore and work around this. That's also good enough. Right, I'm a fun-loving, cool guy who's astounded by artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies. I'm exploring variety of things. You may not know anything, but you can at least explore. You can at least be saying that I am interested in these topics. So I'll tell you three things. Okay. If you were to write a good profile should contain three things. Okay. Number one, your academics. Right, I am keen interest in these subjects, topics, whatever. Academics does not mean your scores. It also means areas, interest areas, topics, blah blah blah. So you can actually pitch in that side. Number two is your co-curricular. 1 second, guys. Getting a call from home. 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah. So yes, that's the first part, which is your interest area, subject knowledge, whatever. Number two, your co-curriculars. So you can always talk about, I have been extremely creative, blah blah blah. Done this, da, something of that sort. And number three, your soft skills in terms of leadership, in terms of your abilities to work on teams, communities, leading people. These are the kind of things that you have been. You may be a college president of something. I'm a I'm society president. I'm a CEO of XYZ. I've started a startup. I've done this. Those are the three things that typically anybody would want to have on the prime cover page. If you have no achievement, then also you'll still be able to write this. Kabhi to tumhe CV banana padega, right? And write it today. So that's about it. But Abhishek and Ayush, ऐसा क्या funny चल रहा है? मुझे भी share करो यार joke. But just take. I think this is the answer from my side. I hope that solves your problem.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Yes,
Guys,
Sainab.
if you have any questions.
Sir, actually, I have one more question while you were just speaking. So I have done
Yes.
digital marketing for two companies, not at a very large level, but at a very small level. So can we include, like I've done so many other things like video creating, digital marketing. So can we include those things also? And how to include it more
100%.
professionally? How to include it like it should look professional. That way, like, can you help me with that?
So very simple, right? You can create your own organization, right? So you can actually showcase yourself like an entrepreneur
Yes,
who
sir.
has actually
Actually,
done
I
this.
have an organization, Fayda.com,
Wow.
digital marketing agency.
इससे ज्यादा क्या चाहते हो तो इससे अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन क्या होगा फायदा.com you've been an entrepreneur under फायदा.com you are supporting startups and you are evangelizing so just about using the word right so rather than using a digital marketing word I would probably say I was an evangelist I was a community builder right I was a social exploration expert for them social expert for expansion. It's just about play of words around that, right? So you can always present it that way. So it's like, oh, sounds interesting, must be doing something cool. And then definitely work on the keywords that you want as a part of your career. So for example, if you are going to build a career around, let's say AR, VR, then definitely put AR because see, if I'm going to search, I'm going to type AR, VR in my search box. If that is coming to your profile, then only it will land me to your profile, otherwise it will not land me to your profile. So if you want to build a career in digital marketing, then mention digital marketing, social media marketing, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blah, 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 so that I come to you. Right? Otherwise, I'll not reach out to you. So it is like a search engine. It is like also applying to Naukri.com. It's also like applying to Times Job or whatever, job seeking platforms. So if you want people to come to you, you need to use the right keywords. But otherwise, this is pretty cool, right? I mean, you have already sorted it actually. So what more do you want? You are already impressing us.
Thank you, sir. got a bit of
Yes.
idea on how to write. Thank you.
Super. And once you do it, then you'll start getting more. I mean, so once you start building it out, I think a lot of things will start happening. I am getting another question. Yes, Sagar Parikh, somebody has shared Sagar Parikh's LinkedIn. That's cool. Um, so how to write? So is it okay to send random requests on LinkedIn? Yes, people do send even paid LinkedIn requests to me, which is so irritating and bugging, frankly. So they even take paid subscription and keep sending friend requests. You are just sending good friend requests to people. Let them choose whether they want to be friends with you or not. So it's okay, right? So LinkedIn is meant for that. It is good to, in fact, write a message alongside. So I always like it. I would typically accept a message and accept a friend request if I get a message alongside, right? It's easier. So if I get a message, then I would say, okay, this is the reference, this is the point I met or I discussed, so that I can connect with that person. Otherwise, sometimes I would say, acha, profile bakwas hai, so sometimes shady profiles that I would just skip out. But if you send a message and say, oh, I know you like this, or this is what I've been following you, I see, like abhi, you'll be surprised, but I just, my mailbox opened and somebody's just dropped me a mail, a message saying he's a keen follower of my videos, right? And I'm like, cool, I'll accept this guy's friend request because he has been following me, and he has been looking at my videos and blah blah blah. He's inspired, so why should I say no to that person? So yes, I may not know him personally, he may not know me personally, but still connection will happen. So absolutely okay, just go ahead. That's what the purpose of LinkedIn is. Don't worry about it. Yes. Is it
Hello,
cool?
sir. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. I do not have any specific question, but one thing that I
Okay.
would like to say you is thank you. Like I was having a good afternoon nap, and I just joined this session for just for the sake of joining and increasing the attendance. I joined this, and like it wasn't so. It wasn't professional at all. That you will be scrolling all the boring slides and we'll get bored and turn off the camera. Even I have been using LinkedIn from quite some time. It's been over a year, but you added like tremendous points that I can work upon. So thank you. You were awesome.
I am so much thankful to you, Harsh. I think you made my day. I love this. This is what I work for, and I swear, this is so beautiful. So thank you so much, Harsh. Means a lot to me. Definitely means a lot to me.
So I guess that's all the questions. Thank you, Mr. Parish, for such an enlightening session. Your experiences, insights will surely gonna help us, and it was a great learning opportunity for all of us. So thank you, everyone. We appreciate you all being here.
I'm just gonna put in my email ID for everybody. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, or anything, reach out to me. I think I will not be able to take anywhere, but it was lovely talking to you. And Harsh definitely made my day. So thank you so much, Harsh, again. And thanks a lot, Ayush, and all the people who turned on the cameras are my super favorites. And love you all. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.